How's it going, everyone? I want to give you guys an update on various PlayStation 4 and 5 titles. We just had the China Joy event, and I want to talk a little bit about some of the games, particularly two that were showcased. One of them, obviously, we've been talking a lot about, and a couple of other games that have gotten updates recently. Got a total of 5 games to go over, so let's get right into it. First of all, Lost Soul aside, let's talk about this a little bit more. Obviously, we saw a sizable amount of gameplay footage, 22 minutes of gameplay, in fact. It was also announced to be getting a PC version, and the PlayStation 4 version has been canceled. By the looks of it, it looks like it will be a PS5 and PC title, running on Unreal Engine 5, featuring a unique combat system, stunning graphics, and an engaging story. The gameplay revolves around fluid and intense battles as players face a variety of powerful enemies and challenges. Now, this is a game that I've talked about before, and I have pleaded with all of you to remain incredibly skeptical about it. Whenever you've been following a game for seemingly close to a decade, yeah, that is reason to be exceedingly skeptical about a game and ultimately whether or not a game will come out. Now, with that being said, I do want to go back to November of 2022. It was noted that Sony would be publishing Lost Soul Aside in early 2024. Now, this was noted back in November of 2022. However, the fact remains that we just had this China Joy event. We had 22 minutes of gameplay, and while that was noted back in November of 2022, why was that not noted at this China Joy event? That makes me think that this game has seen yet another internal delay. They just don't want to make a big deal about it, because guess what? If they came out at this event and said Lost Soul Aside was scheduled for 2025 or 2026, nobody would take them seriously at this point. They have no credibility in terms of actually hitting release windows and release dates, because a lot of us had thought Lost Soul Aside would be a game that would come in 2018. Now, a lot of this wording, I don't know if it's coming straight from the developers, I don't know if Sony talks about it, but these dates and windows have always come out about Lost Soul Aside, that at this point, at least we're getting some gameplay of the game. A lot of you guys will continue talking about it being a Final Fantasy 15 ripoff in terms of character design, in terms of the main character looking a lot like Noctis, and I for sure see the uncanny resemblances there for sure. This does look to be more of a fast-paced action RPG, and, you know, the game and execution in terms of when we see these gameplay snippets has looked fantastic. Like, this looks like a game that a lot of people would be all over. It is always a good idea to remain skeptical about these Chinese titles, because sometimes they just get revealed, they look incredible, like a Black Myth Wukong, which is scheduled for summer of 24. I have a little bit more confidence in that game than I do LSA, but sometimes we see these games and they look like technical masterclasses, and then ultimately they're in development, and then they're in development, and then they're in development, and that's why it's hard to get excited for a game like Phantom Blade Zero as well. However, LSA did offer us a nice gameplay trailer. Who knows if this 2024 window will actually be realized, because I had mentioned in previous videos that if this game came out in 2024, that would add a very, very nice jolt to PlayStation's library of games in 2024. You've got FF7 Remake Part 2, you've got Rise of the Ronin, but those are third-party timed exclusivity deals. In this case, Lost Soul Aside, while OT0 Games, a new studio, isn't owned by Sony, so it wouldn't be a first-party release, it would be a PlayStation published release, so that is something to consider there. We'll see how the game turns out. Again, the gameplay we've seen more of has looked great, but I am remaining exceedingly skeptical. Alright, moving on from that, another game that I thought looked quite good, coming from developer Darkstar, who also brought you Sinner's Sacrifice of Redemption, is Daba Land of Waterscar. We've got brand new gameplay, and it's an action RPG that looks quite good. This is still very much early on in development, but based on the fact that it's coming from a studio that has shipped a game, that makes me a little bit more confident that this will be coming to fruition. Now, Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption wasn't a game that was received incredibly well, but it was a game that had an interesting style to it, more of a Souls-like title there, and now they are working on a brand new game in Daba Land of Waterscar. We'll see how this one ultimately turns out. Again, very much early on in development, but what I've seen thus far has looked pretty decent, so hopefully that turns out well. Moving on from that, Somerville is coming to PS5 and PS4 later this month on August 31st. From games that are going to probably come out in 2025 and beyond, we got a game coming out later this month. Jump Ship will release Somerville for PS5 and PlayStation 4. The game has been out on Steam, Epic Games Store, and Xbox Series and Xbox One going back to November of last year. In the wake of a catastrophe, you must find the means to make your family whole again. Somerville is a science fiction action adventure game grounded in the intimate repercussions of large-scale combat, family, you embark on a journey to find the whereabouts of your family in the wake of an alien invasion. The invasion lived through the personal struggles of a young family separated in the final moments of a global conflict against the hostile alien civilization. Discover firsthand the full impact on others of this catastrophic event. Explore, learn, and communicate. Explore the devastation left behind the invading alien forces and all of those who resisted. Learning more about their motives and methods. Further, you journey. Solve the puzzles of an altered landscape drenched in alien sediment. Flee, hide from, or negotiate dangerous encounters. Observe and learn from every alien entity, and dig deep and find your way to multiple endings, their meaning, and significance. Somerville will be hitting PS5 and PS4 on August 31st. Next up, Lost Eidolons will be coming to PS5 on August 4th. The game was a turn-based strategy RPG that was PC exclusive going back to October of last year. Lost Eidolons is a turn-based tactical RPG with a gripping cinematic narrative set in a waning empire riven by civil war. Take up arms in a saga of rebellion, take on the role of a charming mercenary Captain Eden, and lead his band of allies through epic encounter on a classic turn-based battlefield. Defeat the empire, lead the rebellion, and steel yourself for the battles ahead by perfecting your strategy to reclaim the empire. Key features: master the grid, strategically station your soldiers in every battle to take advantage of their class and magic skills, master the battlefield and seize victory in challenging grid-based combat scenarios, wield the elements, lay siege to towering castles, overtake cunning bosses with unique abilities, and take on hulking monsters that will force you to change up your tactics or become their next meal. Bond with allies. Leading a rebellion isn't just about winning battles. You'll also have to build your camp, convince people to join, get to know their stories, and help them navigate through the highs and lows of the revolution, and customize your squad, recruit and train the perfect fighting force with over 20 playable characters, 10 classes to choose from, equip and train your allies to unlock new skills, spells, and passive abilities, pitch your mighty squad against entire armies and rise triumphant, and you have a new game plus mode adding to more replayability. Lost Eidolons drops on August 24th for PlayStation 5. No PS4 release here. Lastly, another game out very soon, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Super excited for this one, coming to PS5 and PS4 on September the 1st. It'll actually come out on PC and Nintendo Switch a little bit earlier on August the 18th. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is a 1 second per second of advanced funk-style battle. Rival crews and dispatch militarized police to conquer the 5 boroughs of New Amsterdam. Become all city. Explore the 5 main boroughs of the city to hit graffiti spots and get rep. You'll need to challenge the rival crews to a crew battle, find new members to join your crew around the city. Spread around are also graffiti pieces to paint, outfit colors, and music to play on your flip phone. Use skateboarding, inline skating, or BMX style tricks in the unique environment-based trick system. Extend your combos with manuals and get even higher scores by incorporating special boost tricks. You can get boost power for doing long combos, so the fastest way to move is also the most stylish. Dynamic police that scales up as you vandalize. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk has been confirmed to hit all consoles, but we hadn't gotten a release date for the PS4 and PS5 version. It will be dropping September 1st at a relatively high price point of $39.99. I am curious on whether or not that's going to push people away from buying the game, but I think if this game interests you, it's a unique and captivating title to me. It will be one that you'll drop the $40 on, so again, that is out September 1st. But that'll do it for me. Again, a batch of new PS4, PS5 game updates. Wanted to cover LSA again just because I saw the 2024 thing, saw that a lot of people were talking about the idea of a 2024 release. But now look, I've been saying that I think 2024 could use a nice jolt, and LSA would offer that. It's just the fact that they didn't say a release window at the China Joy event itself just makes me exceedingly skeptical. So we'll see if that comes to fruition on the 2024 release window. Daba, Land of Waterscar, that game looks quite good. Don't expect it for a while. Somerville, Lost Eidolons, and Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, you can all expect them late August, early September. Those are all out very soon. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.